Hello and welcome to the Clashing of Steel. So today I am defending archers. Well, the game has just begun and the archers are already harassing the cavalry. This is actually one of my most typical tactics. I set myself around the archers and try to defend them from all sides. If any cavalry should come, I try to block them out with my units. It would be perfect if there were some bottleneck areas I could use to block opponents out. But here I just build around the archers the best I can. So, when archers move, I have to move. They're moving right now closer to the opponents, so I'm positioning myself behind them. Although here I end up slightly inside them, I was expecting for them to move onward. I do not suggest stacking your units and archer units unless there is cavalry just running around you. And perhaps even in that situation, I wouldn't always suggest it. Because when you're stacked, you're an easy target for anything ranged. So archers are pulling back and I'm setting my units up slightly in front of them. I set them up just in case there should be any opponents coming towards us. If I can't take them on, I can use Caltrops to slow them down. I can pull back and defend the archers. Again, so this is one of my more typical defensive positions. 2 in the front, 1 in the rear. 2 covering the front side, 1 covering the rear. So as you can see, there are cavalry attacking the war dogs. They're pretty much lost because there's other cavalry coming as well. Now, usually I wouldn't suggest doing friendly fire, but since 2 cavalry players have stacked themselves into a bunch of war dogs or around them, it is a perfect moment for the archers to destroy them or weaken them enough for not to be viable against them or against me. As I said, I don't suggest doing friendly fire, but seeing how it turned out, it is actually great. The war dogs are gonna die, there isn't much of a choice there, but all the fire done to the cavalry has practically destroyed them. They could have done so much more, but instead they just all stacked themselves in there and got destroyed. Archers still have a lot of opponents they can harass, and because of the huge number of opponents here, I have to recalculate my tactics. I'm pulling back, but archers are moving slightly ahead. If I remember correctly, I drew them an arrow pointing behind my units, practically telling them that they should stay behind me. I'll try to cover the side, the rear, and the front. So now comes a very big problem for me. There are pikemen coming towards me, but fortunately I have caltrops. I'm deploying caltrops to slow them down, to give archers more time to harass them. If they walk over them, they are extremely slowed. If they take their time to destroy it, they're still spending time. And if they go around them, they're spending time to go around. By any of the previously mentioned ways, they're spending time. And that will either give archers a chance to disengage them or harass them, to build up their distance or just to toy with them. So I took a risky move. I deployed my caltrops right in front of the pikemen there. He can't move through it with reasonable speed, so he's actually pulling back because of the cavalry behind them. There's cavalry moving in. They're going for the javelins, and I'm just positioning myself here so that I can defend the archers, and at the same time I can defend myself. I can flank the opponents. So cavalry now has the javelins, and my caltrops are paying out. The caltrops are slowing down pikemen who are trying to flank the cavalry who went after the javelins. So now we have ourselves some cavalries and we have ourselves the pikes we need to deal with. So I'm engaging the pikes. For a moment I actually thought they were engaged, so I wouldn't get the pike phalanx. But I can understand that this can work out as well. So as long as he's focusing me, there are 3 units damaging him. Although cavalry could have actually covered the flanks of the pikemen, there are falksmen coming in from the slight corner, from the slight flank, and they helped us enough for the pikes to be routed. Although I lost more than half of my unit's health, it is still a worthy payout because we took down a single unit of pikemen on the count of my health. Well, this is it about defending archers. As you can see, because I defended them, they did some nice decapping as well, and supported it towards our victory. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.